Hi everyone, this is Sly with the Bottom of the Well Master Quest routing tutorial. In this route we will get the 5 checks and 3 skulls in this dungeon. So first of all we want to turn this direction so that we could side hop past a re-dead so it doesn't scream at you. Then going around this corner we want to pull out an explosive and drop it here. And then I'll pull out another explosive to hit the skull quickly. Then we can activate the switch, which will open the door to a room with the Skulltula. It's worth noting that if you do not have ZL, you could side hop over this gap in order to get the first 3 checks. And vice versa, if you have no explosives, after using ZL, you can side hop over the gap the other direction in order to get that switch. So we're first going to hit the switch. There's several ways to hit it, and I'll show that in the video. And then we're going to play ZL to open some gates. Now there's 2 possible routes that can happen in this dungeon depending on how many keys you get here in the first 3 checks. And I'll talk about that later. So entering this door, you want to make sure you're on the left side so that you don't get hit by an invisible skull dropping from the ceiling. And then you want to pull out a bomb and move to the left side of this coffin. And that'll blow up a Skulltula underneath the coffin. And you can just pick it up by standing on top. And that seems to be the most consistent method for getting it. Now we're going to shoot the switch. And it's worth noting again that you can hit that switch in several different ways. With the pots that are right there, for example, or with explosives. And then we're going to get this freestanding item, which is a key. So the 2 different routes possible in this dungeon are if you have 0 keys, then you would have to go and do Dead Hand now to get some keys. If you have 1 or 2 keys, then you want to come over here and activate a switch that opens some grates down to the basement. And we're going to pull out Slingshot here and shoot this switch. Once again, there are several ways to hit it. You could hit it with explosives, for example. In this room, we're just going to roll past the Floor Master. And then in this room, we're going to pull out a bomb immediately, get in the corner, and drop the bomb. Which will drop us directly onto a switch. Now, crawling out of this crawl space here, you want to hold down right so that you don't accidentally fall into the hole that's right there. And then we're going to backwalk to Dead Hand to do that now. And this is just a normal Dead Hand fight. I want to get Broken Stick here. And then fight Dead Hand. Yeah, I'm going to wait. I want a better position than that. Cool. Alright, from here we want to pull out a bomb. Or actually, I'm just going to throw it over there because I'm not going to make it in time. But you can stand directly on the thing we blew up and fall into an item during the cutscene without taking damage from the bomb. So at this point, if you have 0 keys, that means you're playing Skull Sanity, and that the skull in the basement has your key. So at this point, you would want to drop down into the basement, get the key off that skull, and then get the chest in the basement. At that point, you would want to save warp or get grabbed by a wall master in the basement in order to get back to the entrance and then do this coffin room. But because we got 2 keys on the top floor, we get to do the coffin room now, and that's faster. Entering this room, you want to immediately side hop at least twice in order to get away from that Gibdo so it doesn't scream at you. Then hit the skull. And then we're going to side hop past this Gibdo to get past it. So I like to do 3 side hops, a side roll, and then mash A to open the door. And if you were lucky enough not to have to go down to the basement earlier, you can get a cool lineup here where you just side hop against this wall and back walk onto a switch in the basement. So at this point, we're just going to get the skull in the basement and then the final chest. You want to stand against the right wall here, the left wall here, and then the right wall here in order to get past those skulls. And you want to be touching the wall, otherwise you're probably going to get hit. Right wall and left wall. There are a bunch of redeads guarding the last chest. For some reason, the cycle's a little bit different, and you can actually just roll past them if you had gotten the skull. And now we're just gonna get grabbed by the wall master if the redeads don't get to us first. Oh, or at the same time. And that's it for Bottom of the Wall Master Quest. Thanks for watching.